Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to Polyosophy, where we explore the intricacies of philosophy, mysticism, and religion to offer new perspectives to help navigate you through the circumstances of existence. Today's episode will be on quotes regarding the laws of the universe from individuals who have studied this topic immensely through an academic and scientific lens. These are the words of the world's most famous physicists. In 1938, Albert Einstein and Leopold Infeld published The Evolution of Physics, a historical approach to understanding physics meant for the layperson. This work provides an overview of the developments in physics from the classical Newtonian view to the more modern views of Einstein's own theory of relativity and quantum mechanics. It covers the history of physics, the central ideas of Einstein's theories, and their impact on modern physics. The authors explain complex concepts in a clear and accessible way, making the book a valuable resource for both students and general readers interested in understanding the foundations of modern physics. In this work, it reads, quote, "Physical concepts are free creations of the human mind and are not, however they may seem, uniquely determined by the external world. In our endeavor to understand reality, we are somewhat like a man trying to understand the mechanism of a closed watch. He sees the face and the moving hands, even hears its ticking, but he has no way to open the case. If he is ingenious, he may form some picture of a mechanism which could be responsible for all of the things he observes, but he may never be quite sure his picture is the only one which could explain his observations. He will never be able to compare his picture with the real mechanism, and he cannot even imagine the possibility or the meaning of such a comparison. But he certainly believes that as his knowledge increases, his picture of reality will become simpler and simpler and will explain a wider and wider range of his sensuous impressions. He may also believe in the existence of the ideal limit of knowledge and that it is approached by the human mind. He may call this ideal limit the objective truth." End quote. In other words, reality is not as it seems to be. One of the main philosophical implications of the book is the rejection of determinism, the idea that the future is predetermined and fixed, in favor of a more probabilistic and indeterminate view of the world. This shift is a result of the discoveries in quantum mechanics and the theory of relativity, which challenged the classical Newtonian view of determinism and introduced new concepts such as wave-particle duality and the relative nature of time and space. Additionally, the book highlights the importance of the interplay between physics and philosophy, and how the development of physics has shaped our philosophical views and understanding of the world. The authors emphasize the need for a deep understanding of the underlying concepts and principles of physics in order to fully grasp its philosophical implications and impact on our worldview. Epistemologically, Einstein's theory of relativity challenged the notion of absolute time and space and showed that our perceptions of these concepts are relative to the observer's state of motion. This has led to rethinking of traditional notions of objectivity and the limits of human knowledge. Metaphysically, Einstein's work also influenced discussions about determinism versus indeterminism and the nature of causality. For example, his theory of general relativity implied that the presence of mass and energy can curve space-time and influence the paths of objects, leading some to question whether events in the universe are determined or not. In addition, Einstein's famous equation, E equals mc squared, which relates mass and energy, has also been interpreted as suggesting that energy and matter are equivalent, further blurring the line between physical and non-physical phenomena. It may not even need to be stated that Einstein's work has had profound implications for our understanding of the nature of space, time, and reality. Now, on to our next person of inspiration. Niels Bohr, 1885 to 1962, was a Danish physicist and Nobel Prize winner who made significant contributions to the understanding of atomic structure and quantum mechanics. He proposed the Bohr model of the atom, which explained the spectral lines of hydrogen, and laid the foundation for the development of quantum mechanics. He was also a key figure in the development of the atomic bomb through his work at the Manhattan Project. Throughout his career, Bohr was a strong advocate for the unity of science and the interplay between physics and philosophy. He was widely regarded as one of the greatest scientists of the 20th century, and his ideas continue to be influential in modern physics. In a speech given during October of 1937, he is quoted to say the following: "For a parallel to the lesson of atomic theory regarding the limited applicability of such customary idealizations, we must in fact turn to quite other branches of science, such as psychology, or even to that kind of epistemological problems with which already thinkers like Buddha and Lao Tzu have been confronted when trying to harmonize our position as spectators and actors in the great drama of existence." End quote. Bohr saw parallels between the complementarity principle in quantum mechanics and the Eastern concept of yin and yang, where seemingly opposite or conflicting concepts were seen as complementary aspects of a greater whole. He believed that Eastern philosophy offered a unique perspective on the nature of reality and the role of the observer in shaping our understanding of the world. He saw Eastern philosophy as offering a complementary viewpoint to Western scientific thought and believed that the integration of both perspectives was necessary for a complete understanding of the world. Bohr also appreciated the Eastern idea of non-dualism, the belief that all things are interconnected and cannot be understood in isolation. This idea is reflected in his complementarity principle, which states that different aspects of quantum systems cannot be simultaneously understood and measured, but must be understood in their complementary relationship. Overall, Niels Bohr viewed Eastern philosophy as a valuable source of insight and inspiration for the scientific and philosophical understanding of the world. Now for another masterful student of the fundamental laws. Werner Heisenberg, 1901 to 1976, was a German theoretical physicist and one of the pioneers of quantum mechanics. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1932 for his discovery of the uncertainty principle, which states that the position and velocity of a particle cannot both be known with absolute certainty. Heisenberg was deeply interested in the philosophical implications of his work and was known for his contributions to the foundations of quantum mechanics. He believed that the uncertainty principle had profound implications for our understanding of reality, and that the concept of objective reality was no longer tenable in the world of the very small. He also believed that the role of the observer was fundamental to our understanding of the physical world, and that the act of measurement could not be separated from the physical reality being measured. A famous quote attributed to Heisenberg is, "What we observe is not nature itself, but nature exposed to our method of questioning." This quote highlights Heisenberg's belief in the interplay between the observer and the observed in shaping our understanding of reality. Overall, Werner Heisenberg was a physicist who recognized the importance of philosophy in shaping our understanding of the world and the role of science in shaping our worldview. His ideas continue to be influential in the field of quantum mechanics and beyond. Time for our final teacher of today's episode. Max Planck, 1858 to 1947, was a German physicist and Nobel Prize laureate who is widely regarded as the father of quantum theory. He is best known for his work on blackbody radiation, in which he proposed that energy is not continuously distributed, but is instead emitted and absorbed in small packets now known as Planck's quanta. In terms of his philosophical implications, Planck was a philosophical realist who believed that scientific theories were attempts to describe objective reality, rather than being simply human constructions. He held that the task of science was to uncover the underlying order of the universe, and that scientific theories should be judged by their ability to make accurate predictions and explain observable phenomena. A famous quote attributed to Planck is, "Science advances one funeral at a time." This quote expresses his view that scientific progress often requires the death of old ideas and the acceptance of new ones, and that this process can be slow and difficult, as people are often resistant to change and hold on to their preconceived notions. If the death of preconceived notions is what must happen for advancements in science to occur, what can be said about our preconceived notions that we have about ourselves and the seemingly mundane nature of our own existence? Perhaps it may be best to suspend our preconceptions and let reality reveal itself as it is. Our modern understanding of physics has had a profound impact on our view of the nature of reality, and has led to many philosophical debates and discussions. These implications challenge our traditional notions of causality, determinism, and objective reality, and have led to debates in fields such as philosophy, consciousness studies, and even spirituality and religion. However, the philosophical implications of quantum physics are still being debated and may not have a direct impact on our daily lives. Nevertheless, they offer a new perspective on the world and encourage us to question our assumptions about reality. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the first episode of Polyosophy. As this is the first in what I hope to be a long series that covers a wide variety of topics, I wish deeply to hear your thoughts, criticisms, and opinions in the comment section below. I'll see you next time.